My dear friends, gather round and let's have a good long chat about something that might make some of you blush or shuffle your feet a bit. But at our age, what's left to be embarrassed about, eh? We've lived through wars, raised children, buried loved ones, and survived more fashion trends than we care to remember. So let's talk plainly about something that doesn't get discussed nearly enough at our weekly bingo games or doctor's visits. Why keeping intimacy in our lives as we age isn't just nice, it's downright necessary for our health and happiness. Now, I can just hear some of you saying, "Oh, Doc, at my age? Shouldn't I be thinking about my arthritis and grandkids rather than that?" And to that I say, why not both? Who made the rule that joy and passion have an expiration date? Certainly not Mother Nature. Why? Just last week, I had a sprightly 82-year-old patient tell me her love life was better now than when she was newlywed because she and her Herbert finally had the house to themselves after the kids moved out. But let me tell you what happens when we decide we're too old for such things. It's not just a physical act that fades. Oh no, my friends. It's like when you stop driving at night. First you tell yourself it's just until your cataract surgery heals. Then suddenly 5 years have gone by and you've forgotten how to parallel park altogether. The body and mind have this pesky habit of following the use it or lose it rule, and intimacy is no exception. Your heart needs love as much as your medicine cabinet. Now, we all know about eating our vegetables and taking our blood pressure pills. But did you know that regular intimacy, and by that I don't mean anything acrobatic, just good old-fashioned closeness, gives your heart one of the gentlest, most pleasant workouts it could ask for? It's like this. Remember how back in the day, we used to walk to the corner store instead of driving? Our hearts thrived on that gentle daily movement. Intimacy does the same thing. Gets the blood pumping just enough to keep those arteries flexible, lowers the blood pressure a tad, and gives your whole cardiovascular system a nice little tune-up. Dr. Ruth, God bless that tiny, wise woman, used to say that sex was like yoga for your insides. And she wasn't wrong. Studies show that seniors who maintain physical closeness have fewer heart attacks and strokes. Now, I'm not saying it replaces your statin medication, but think of it as nature's bonus prescription. No copay required. The creaky joints dilemma. The joints. If I had a nickel for every time a patient told me, "Doc, my knees sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies in the morning, I could retire to Florida tomorrow." But here's something they don't tell you at the rheumatologist's office. Regular intimacy keeps those joints oiled better than WD-40 on a squeaky door hinge. When we stop moving, everything stiffens up. And I don't just mean during cold weather, the gentle movements of intimacy. And again, I'm talking about whatever feels comfortable for you, whether that's a slow dance in the living room or more private activities. Help maintain flexibility in places we often forget about. The hips, the lower back, even the wrists and fingers. Martha, one of my favorite patients, may she rest in peace, used to joke that her secret to still being able to touch her toes at 78 was weekly date nights with her husband. Better than physical therapy, she'd wink. And you know what? She wasn't wrong. The brain fog solution. Now, about this forgetfulness that plagues so many of us golden eggers. You walk into a room and forget why. You misplace your glasses when they're on your head. You call your grandson by the dog's name. All normal parts of aging, yes. But did you know intimacy can help keep your mind sharper? During physical closeness, your brain releases this wonderful cocktail of chemicals. Dopamine for pleasure, oxytocin for bonding, endorphin for that warm glow. But here's the kicker. These same chemicals help form new neural connections, like little gardeners in your brain planting new flowers of memory and cognition. It's like when we were younger and could remember every grandchild's birthday. The brain was constantly being challenged and rewarded. Intimacy provides that same gentle challenge and sweet reward. My nurse practitioner likes to say it's like Sudoku for your soul. Keeps the synapses snapping. The loneliness epidemic and how to cure it. Here's something that breaks my heart. So many of my patients confess they feel lonelier now than ever before, even when surrounded by family. The kids are busy, friends have passed on, and the world moves too fast. But when physical intimacy fades from a long-term relationship, that loneliness digs in deep. I had a patient, Harold, who put it perfectly. After we stopped being intimate, my wife and I became like very polite roommates who share a bathroom. They still loved each other dearly, but without that physical connection, something vital had gone missing. Like a house where the electricity works, but all the lamps have been unplugged. The solution isn't necessarily grand romantic gestures, though those are lovely too. It's the small things, holding hands while watching Jeopardy, a good night kiss that lasts a second longer than usual, sitting close enough on the couch that your legs touch. These are the threads that weave the tapestry of connection, my friends. Sleep, the underrated superpower. Oh, the sleep problems I hear about. The tossing, the turning, the getting up to pee 3 times a night. Many of my patients are on sleeping pills, but often what's missing is the body's natural sleep aid, the hormones released after intimacy, after closeness. Your body produces prolactin, nature's sedative, and oxytocin, which melts stress like butter on a hot biscuit. It's the original sleeping pill, perfected over millions of years of evolution, with no prescription needed and no grogginess in the morning. Edna, bless her heart, once told me, "Charlie's snoring used to keep me awake, but now we have our pre-sleep cuddle time, and I'm out like a light before he even starts his chainsaw impression." Now that's what I call a win-win situation. The confidence conundrum. Let's talk about something delicate. How we see ourselves. Aging does a number on our self-image, doesn't it? The wrinkles, the sagging, the hair where it shouldn't be and not where it should. It's easy to start feeling, well, invisible. But here's the miraculous thing. When we're touched, desired, reminded that we're still capable of giving and receiving pleasure, something shifts inside. That spark of, "I've still got it," can light up your whole demeanor. You stand taller, smile more, maybe even buy that colorful shirt instead of another beige sweater. As my old barber Tony used to say while giving haircuts to the nursing home residents, there's no such thing as too old to feel sexy, just people who've forgotten how. The immune system boost you never saw coming. If there's one thing we've all learned recently, it's the importance of a strong immune system. But who knew that intimacy could be part of your wellness routine? Regular sexual activity increases immunoglobulin A, your body's first line of defense against colds and infections. It's like having an internal army that gets stronger with every cuddle. One study even showed that seniors who were physically intimate once or twice a week had higher antibody levels than those who weren't. Now, I'm not suggesting you replace your flu shot with a date night. Please still get your flu shot. But think of intimacy as part of your whole health regimen, like vitamins you actually enjoy taking. The use it or lose it reality. Let's speak plainly about something uncomfortable. The body is a marvelous machine, but adapts to what we do and what we don't do. For men, regular intimacy helps maintain erectile function by promoting healthy blood flow. For women, it preserves vaginal elasticity and natural lubrication, like a well-oiled gate that swings smoothly when used regularly but creaks and sticks when left untouched for too long. The beautiful part? It's never too late to start again. The body has an incredible capacity to remember and respond given patience and care. Lubricants, medications, simple adjustments of positions. Modern medicine offers so many tools to help reignite that spark. Starting the conversation. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That's all well and good, Doc, but how do I bring this up with my partner after years of silence? Start gently, like planting a seed. Maybe mention this article you happen to come across. Reminisce about happy memories. Focus on connection rather than performance. And if physical limitations exist, well, that's what doctors like me are here for. Today's treatments can work wonders. A final thought. My dear friends, as the sun sets later in our lives than we'd like, what matters isn't how many years we've lived, but how much life we pack into those years. Intimacy in all its forms is one of God's great gifts, meant to be enjoyed from first blush to last breath. So tonight, turn to your partner and hold their hand a little longer. Or if you're alone, remember that self-love counts too. Your body, heart, and spirit will thank you. Now, who's up for some bingo? And remember, no winking when you shout bingo, unless you mean it.